most accurate forecast with the First Warn Storm Team, Brad Banovich.
All right, here's the first setup for our winter storm. It's the colder air that's beginning to move in. Now, it doesn't feel like there's a winter storm coming. We got to 60 degrees today, but there's a cold front, and it's an Arctic front, which is moving to the south and east. And oftentimes when these fronts come in, you get southerly winds ahead of them, and the front squeezes the air a little bit. We call that compressional heating. That's why it got so warm today, but it's going to be drastically colder as that cold air comes in behind that front tonight and tomorrow. Now, because the storm is still over Texas, this is actually giving some time for that colder air to come in as it moves down from the south. But as this storm system tracks south and east, that cold air will be in place, kind of setting everything up. And the storm track right now is actually going to be a little farther south as well, along with it moving slower. Here's the water vapor loop. You can see how big this massive system is, and it's actually not even tapping into Gulf moisture yet. I think tomorrow, as it moves to the east, we're actually going to see more moisture begin to move in as it taps into that Gulf of Mexico moisture. High clouds spreading in now, but here comes that backdoor front. You'll notice it by tomorrow morning as temperatures will be dramatically colder. Talking about Arctic air, look at the current temperatures in St. Louis to Cincinnati, low 20s, 41 in Baltimore with that cold air coming to the south. Now that area of high pressure is going to be sitting up over the Great Lakes. The closer you get to it, the colder the air is. You think about this as a mountain in the atmosphere. The deep cold air at the center, as you get to the edges, that air gets a little bit thinner, and as that thinner area of cold air wraps in here, that'll set the stage for possibly freezing rain or ice. It all depends on how thick that layer of cold air is right now. It looks like we'll be right on the edge where we'll start as snow, but as the warm air in the middle levels of the atmosphere kind of overruns this cold air, we get moisture coming down at about 5,000 feet in the form of liquid, but when it gets to the ground, it either refreezes as an ice pellet, that's what we call sleet, or it freezes on contact with the ground. We call that freezing rain, and that'll be the primary concern in Charlotte. But the closer you get to that high to the north, that's where you'll see more snow, and that's going to happen along Interstate 40, where we're expecting about 6 to 10 inches of snow. Here in the Charlotte area, we're going to have accumulations, probably not of snow, but of sleet, 1 to 2 inches of sleet with ice accumulations of a 1/4 inch, maybe as much as a 1/2 inch, and that is enough to bring down some trees and power lines. So our snowfall forecast actually includes a lot of sleet and ice here in the Charlotte area down towards the state line. The farther north you go, the more snow you're going to see, so this is all going to be mostly snow from Hickory to Morganton to Lenoir up into Boone, Banner Elk, Deep Gap up towards West Jefferson. So the snow meter, typically I wouldn't put it this high, but because we're going to have a high impact from ice, not necessarily snow, we're going to keep it at a 5, which is the highest it's been this winter because of the impact of winter weather. We won't push it any higher unless we expect there to be more snow than ice. Temperatures out there tonight in the mid-50s, 54 here in Charlotte, 53 up in Hickory, 41 though in Boone. Tonight it'll be dry and cold as that cold front comes in from the north, setting the stage tomorrow that will wake up to about the freezing mark. But during the day tomorrow, here comes the moisture. All day Saturday morning, it looks like even into the afternoon, we'll see some ice accumulations around here, and then it'll take until about Sunday morning before everything moves out here. The problem is Sunday morning, we're dropping down into the teens, so we could continue to see some big travel concerns through Sunday morning. 20s tonight in the mountains as that colder air moves in tomorrow. We'll see temperatures only getting into the 30s with any snow falling after sunset tomorrow night. Low 30s here in the Piedmont. It'll be dry tomorrow. Upper 30s. We'll see that snow and sleet probably mixing in after 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Further east, it's going to take even longer for the moisture to get here, so we start in the 30s and we finish near 40 degrees. The worst of the weather is going to be early Saturday into the first half of the day. Then we get a break on Sunday, though it'll be much colder, especially in the mornings. We could see another system creep in here by maybe Tuesday or Wednesday.
You'll keep an eye on it.